Yeah, we talking about love, peace, and harmony in the community. Globally, that's what it's about now. Yeah, that's what it's all about now. It's time that we spread our love, do right, no matter black or white. That's what it's all about now. Yeah, it's time to come together now. The global agenda. 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 The global agenda.
And welcome, everyone. Welcome. You're listening to the Global Agenda Podcast. And this is episode number 2. You're listening to episode number 2. Oh, and also you're watching episode number 2 because we have a live broadcast going on too as well. I'm your host, Kevin Hezekiah, and today our topic is identity inspiration. Who am I? A Dr. Suess for real life challenges. Once again, our topic is identity inspiration. Who am I? A Dr. Suess for real life challenges. Now, before I get started, I would like to say that the Global Agenda Show is brought to you by the Global Agenda Show. And the Global Agenda Show is a 1 hour no holds bar podcast providing inspiration and motivation and thought-provoking conversation and topics for people of all races and ages and religions, and it's just created for everyone. So, and if you ever want to be a sponsor on Global Agenda, please hit Global Agenda up at info@theglobalagendashow.com. And we're also looking for artists doing our independent artist segment. So if you're an artist, please hit us up at info@theglobalagendashow.com and attention submissions. So feel free to contact us anytime. So with all that being said, let's take a small break to pay our bills. And after the break, we'll jump right into our show. All right?
Yeah, we talking about love, peace, and harmony in the community. Globally, that's what it's about now. Yeah, that's what it's all about now. It's time that we spread our love, do right, no matter black or white.
Divine Beauty and Wellness, offering relaxing, customized facials to help achieve your skincare goals. We also offer facial waxing, eyebrow and eyelash tinting, and the hottest trend, the lash lift. We retail our skincare line as well as Image Skincare. We now carry paparazzi jewelry. We offer online booking. Get half off your first facial. Owner Janine, licensed esthetician instructor, and lash tech. For more information, call 804-592-1314. Divine Beauty and Wellness. The Global Agenda Show is a great platform for your business, religion, organization, or event to be advertised. The Global Agenda Show will help develop your company's brand to make it a household name. This method of reaching consumers is more affordable than any traditional advertising method. Whether you are a dedicated listener or a business looking for a great way to advertise your company, your organization, or event, the Global Agenda Show is the way to go. For more information on how to become a sponsor, contact the Global Agenda Show at 804-464-7254 or email info@theglobalagendashow.com.
Yeah, we talking about love, peace, and harmony in the community. Globally, that's what it's about now. Yeah, that's what it's all about now. It's time that we spread our love, do right, no matter black or white.
All right, and welcome back to the Global Agenda Show. I'm your host, Kevin Hezekiah, and I'd like to welcome you all to the Global Agenda Podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, we want to welcome you to the Global Agenda Show, and I'd like to thank you for coming. I appreciate everybody coming and showing up and viewing the show and listening to the show. Now, the Global Agenda Podcast is produced every Thursday at 7 p.m. for your enjoyment, and show notes are found at www.theglobalAgendashow.com. Now, come back as often and as you like, and feel free to add the podcast to your favorite RSS feed, or you can actually save us on your iTunes. So go to the iTunes store and just type in the Global Agenda Show and save us to your iTunes. Now, you can also follow us on Facebook, the Global Agenda Show, Instagram, the _global_agenda, and Twitter at Global Agenda 007. Now, all links are in the show notes as well. Now, today we're discussing identity inspiration. Who am I? A Dr. Suess for real life challenges. Now, as I go into this topic, it's pretty much going to lead off from the topic of last week, when our topic was strength and thought. And the topic from last week, I just touched real quickly on that topic. It pretty much was understanding how your thoughts are key, and how strong your thinking is, and how your thoughts create your reality. Your thoughts create who it is you want to be and what you want in life. So if you missed out on that show, feel free to go back and listen to that show. There's some great information in there as far as understanding strength and thoughts, and how you can create your world and your reality by what you think and the things you speak, and how you need to be positive. Now, like I said, so today we got another great show. Like I said, the topic is identity inspiration. Who am I? Dr. Suess for real life challenges. Now, pretty much what we're going to be talking about today is understanding your true self and knowing your true self, because a lot of us out here are living a life that we don't even know our own selves. We don't even know our true identity. We're pretty much walking around here like zombies. Trust me, I've done seen a lot of people and interacted with a lot of people that to me were zombies and just wasn't truly they self. Now, have you ever asked yourself, who am I really? Now, I'm going to use me for an example. So I'm asking myself, who am I really? All right, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a friend, I'm a business owner, and I'm a patient, because I go to VA medical clinic, and I'm a passenger. Now, the truth is that I am a father because I have kids. I'm a husband because I'm married. I have a wife. I'm a passenger because I ride like Ubers and Lyfts, and I also have a service that picks me up when I need to go to my treatment. So all your identities and everything you believe yourself to be are all dependent on something else. So who are you? Are you that father, mother? Are you that husband or wife? Or are you that passenger? But not knowing the answer to the question, who am I? You keep on creating new identities for yourself, constantly going further away from your true self. All the suffering in life is because of not knowing your true identity. Now, until you realize your true self, you'll believe yourself to be the name that has been given to you. Now I'm gonna touch a little bit on this, and because I'm pretty sure y'all are like, well, do you know your true self? Yes, I know my true self. I've found my true self probably about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And what I mean by I found my true self is that I went into a meditation practice, and doing that meditation practice, we weren't allowed to speak and communicate with others. We were there to meditate. We couldn't use cell phones or anything like that. It was all about meditation, and they kept us on a routine schedule. And that alone, just being to yourself and the whole day, every day, only thing you can do is focus on you, allowed me to get more in tune and in touch with God. And I remember the day just like it was yesterday, when I was actually they have these like little bungalows that we would stay in or whatever. And I was in there, and then, it was night, and and I finally was like, hey man, it's amazing. And I started feeling a feeling of rejuvenation at the time. And what happened was that I felt the energy, I felt the spirit of God come to me. And God told me, well, I asked God, first of all, God, who am I? What is my purpose? And why am I here? And God pretty much told me my purpose and the reason I was here. And at the same time, that's how my name became my actual name, Hezekiah Sar. Now, Hezekiah and I'm gonna explain this to you. Hezekiah came from the 14th king of Judah, King Hezekiah. But when I had my conversation with God, God informed me that I'm not Hezekiah, I'm Hezekiah. And my identity is just like King Hezekiah. He was one of the nicest, one of the richest kings. And he loved everybody, but he still had his issues. But he was one of the greatest kings. So God was like, you are a great person. You are a great king. You love everybody and everybody loves you. But understand, you're still going to have your issues, but I will always be there for you. So then the Asar came when it was brought to me by Asar, meaning also king or God, but Asar also means understanding your true self. So that's how Hezekiah Asar came into place. And that's when I started realizing my true self and my true identity. Now, going on and continuing on with the topic. So who are you? In reality, you are an eternal soul. So in real understanding and conversation here is letting us know that we really are souls. We're spirits. We're energy. And I tell a lot of people that too. But it goes on and it says, for infinite past lives, the soul has been hidden beneath a veil of ignorance. Now, due to this, we have been unable to experience the true self because we've been hidden beneath a veil of ignorance. And what that means is that when you're hidden beneath the veil of ignorance, you're not going to know your true self because you're following the teachings of man-made rules and man-made laws. Now, due to this, we have been unable to experience our true selves because we have been hidden beneath this veil of ignorance. Now, you will not have to investigate who you really are. For how long can you go on being in the dark, unaware of your true self? I know I could not, because I was ready. I was ready to find out who I was, and I was ready for a life-changing experience. And I wanted the life-changing experience for a better life. I wanted to be more connected to God. I wanted to be more connected to energy, more connected to other spirits, and connected to the universe. Now, do you not think it is ignorant to not investigate your true identity? Now I'm asking you that question. Do you not think it is ignorant to not investigate your true identity? Only when you realize the answer to the question, who are you, does your wrong belief stop. And that's a true statement there, because once I realized my true self and who I was, I stopped thinking negative. And when I did have negative thoughts, it wouldn't last long. I would pretty much, I knew how to switch it real quick and not let that negative thought take over, because I knew my true self. And I knew that all the wrong beliefs, all that belief that I've been taught had to go. It had stopped. Now, it is because of this wrong belief that you have been wandering from one life to another. And what that means is that when you're wandering from one life to another, that means if you're not knowing your true self, you keep going from one situation to the next situation, trying to say, okay, if this ain't gonna work, I go over here, it should work here. Then something goes down there, then you have to go and you go into another. So that's what it's meaning by wandering from one life to another. Now, you don't know your true identity, and furthermore, you impress upon yourself the belief of that which you are not, you have imposed this wrong belief on your real self. So pretty much is that when you don't know your true identity and you impress yourself, like you're feeling yourself, that belief of that which you are not, you have imposed. That's the wrong belief of your true self. So say like you sitting up here and you're like, well, I know I am this magnificent person with this job I have. I work a great position, and I'm the manager. I'm the supervisor, and you tend to get caught up in that, and that starts having control over your life as well. And then you're still imposing the wrong belief on your real self, because even if you still are a manager or a supervisor, because I was at one point, and you can get into the egos, into the ego of that, and that can overpower you and have you being a controlling person over others. But the only way you can realize yourself or find out what is self-realization and what comes with it. Now, if you're just tuning in, you're tuning in live, you're listening live and looking and viewing live with me, your host, Kevin Hezekiah, and this is the Global Agenda, the Global Agenda Show. Now, we're going to take a small break, and when we come back from the break, I will actually go furthermore into our topic. But first, once again, I'd like to mention that the Global Agenda Show is brought to you by the Global Agenda Show. And the Global Agenda Show is a 1 hour, no holds bar podcast. And we are giving you positive and thought-provoking and inspiring and motivating conversation and topics. And if you're a business owner and you're looking to have your business advertised, please feel free to email us at info@theglobalAgendashow.com. And if you are a music artist and you'd like to have your music played and be a featured artist for the week, please email us at info@theglobalAgendashow.com. Attention, submissions. Now, like I said, we're going to take us a small break. And once we come back from the break, I would jump right back into our topic, identity inspiration. Who am I? A Dr. Suess for real life challenges. We shall return.
Yeah, we're talking about love, peace, and harmony in the community. Globally, that's what it's about now. Yeah, that's what it's all about now. It's time that we spread our love, do right, no matter black or white.
Shout out my brother Mercy, SODMGPTE, Face the Truth, KT, we in the building, got to get the city booming.
Boom! Bada bing bang, bada bing bang, 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 boom! Da 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 da, 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 bada bing bang.
You know they had to get me on a KT fly dinner. I grew up listening to I'm in front of my haters like a you know what we Tennessee that deep. Ever since your boy been on the diet, you know the rap rappers is all that I eat now. I'm a beast now, I'm a T-town. Don't care when I'm running through the streets now. Money maintained over gang bang. Got a good girl, she tryna rent the team name. Boom, bada bing bang, it's a big dream thing. Cash shoes, everything around me, cream thing.
Boom, bada bing bang, it's a big drink thing. Cash rules everything around me, cream thing.
Pull up on the block, got the speakers going. Step up in the spot, got the city going. Pull up in a Chevy, roll out in a foreign. Throw a alley-oop, KT, we be scoring. Who them boys yelling, who them boys yelling. Long and short, I'ma run it back like Nelly. And how I whip it, got my haters jealous. Oh, that's your girl, she hit me up on the telly.
Bada bing bang, bada bing bang, boom! 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 Da 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 da, 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 bada bing bang,
Boom, bada bing, I'm just chillin' with the team. And you know we fresh and clean. Why you looking at me mean? We just keep it 1,000, you just keep it 10. Said I already did it, well I just did it again. Hate it, won't admit it, let them know I kill it. Everybody know that I be with it, yeah, I'm about to get it. Catch him in the building and you know we winning. Hold up, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. They say, whoa, look at them go. They know the flow is colder than snow. I'm going in, yeah, I'm about to blow, yeah, I'm about to blow, 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 let it go. Pull up on the block, got the speakers going. Step up in the spot, got the city going. Pull up in a Chevy, roll out in a foreign. Throw a alley-oop, KT, we be scoring. Who them boys yelling, who them boys yelling. Long and short, I'ma run it back like Nelly. And how I whip it, got my haters jealous. Oh, that's your girl, she hit me up on the telly. Boom.
bada bing bang, bada bing bang, boom! 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 Da 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 da, 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 bada bing bang, boom! Are you an artist looking to get your music heard? Would you like the world to know who you are and know your music? The Global Agenda Show is looking for artists of all genres. So if you are an artist looking to be feature of the week, for more information, email info@theglobalAgendashow.com.
attention requesting artist submission. The Global Agenda Show is a podcast with a wide range audience that will help get you and your music heard to the masses. Email info@theglobalAgendaShow.com.
Yeah, we talking about love, peace, and harmony in the community. Globally, that's what it's about now. Yeah, that's what it's all about now. It's time that we spread our love, do right, no matter black or white.
All right, and welcome back. You're tuning in live to the Global Agenda Show, and I'm your host, Kevin Hezekiah. And in the topic for today, I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm working. I'm handling the actual mixing of the show. So when we get it together, it all gets edited tonight, and everything will be smooth and crystal clear when you go to the Podbean platform and listen to the show. But I'm glad you all are here watching it live, because you're still able to get the knowledge and the wisdom that the topic that we're bringing. Now, the topic that we are discussing, once again, is identity inspiration. And identity inspiration, who am I? A Dr. Suess for real life challenges. Now, if you're just tuning in, earlier we were speaking about how getting to understand who you are, who your true self really is, and how you can understand and come about and understanding that you are an eternal soul. But at the same rate, we're hidden beneath a veil of ignorance. Like once we're born and we interact with parents and other adult family members, you know, they tend to teach us and lead us things that they have been taught through man-made laws and man-made rules. So now what I'm about to touch on is what is self-realization and what is enlightenment. Now, self-realization is when you realize the answer to the question, who am I? Is when you realize that you are a pure soul and are separated from the body. So in other words, just like I was just saying earlier, we're a soul, we're energy. So this body is just a vessel. It's just a temple. And it even says it in the Bible that your body is a temple. And that's all this is. This body is just a temple. But your trueness is your soul, it's your spirit. But you want to understand, the essence of that soul, that spirit, and the makeup of the soul with it being inside your body, and how you can identify yourself and know your true soul and your true spirit. Now, when you realize self-realization, there's three things. One, you receive the grace of God. So once you, like I said earlier, I had my conversation with God, and I really did receive the grace of God. I really did have this conversation with God. And now I have conversations with God almost daily. And I know it's God. I know it because I feel it in my gut. Understanding that gut is very important too. And it helps you master realizing who you are and understanding your spirit. Now, two is you understand the soul and the body are separate. So one is you receive the grace of God. Two, you understand the soul and the body are separate. And three, your dormant karma is destroyed in the fire of knowledge. So one, you receive the grace of God. That's when God comes to you. You have your conversation with God. You know it's God. You feel that energy. You feel that present spirit right there talking to you, giving you wise information and helpful and thought-provoking knowledge to where you can move on with your life and understand your true self. Now, understanding that the soul and the body are separate, that's easy. You just know that your soul and your spirit is who you truly are. Your body is just that temple. It's just a vessel. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, you take care of your body. You want to make yourself look very presentable and reasonable. So yeah, you can get trapped up, but understand that your true self is your soul, is your spirit, and it's different. That separates the body. And your dormant karma is destroyed in the fire of knowledge. And what that means is that the information that you've been taught to understand who you're supposed to be, but that's not really you, and understand things that go on out here that doesn't make sense, but you were taught to do certain things or go certain places and act certain ways, have a certain behavior. All of that is destroyed because now you done gained that knowledge. And how you gain that knowledge is having that conversation with God. That's when you receive that grace. And that's when you understood feeling how the soul and spirit feels and knowing that connection with God and feeling that spirit of God lets you understand that, hey, it had nothing to do with this body, because it's an out of body experience that you are experiencing when you get that grace of God. And once you get all of those two, then like it says, your dormant karma is destroyed in the knowledge of fire, because you have gained that knowledge of self, of self-realization. Now, when you realize self-realization not only helps you progress spiritually, but also helps you carry out worldly interactions with ease. Now, pretty much what that's saying is that once you realize your true self, your true identity, it helps you progress spiritually, which it means your spirit is at peace. You are in good nature with yourself. You're in good nature with everyone else and all the things around you. But it allows you to carry out worldly interactions with ease. And the worldly interactions is like your work, purchasing material things, anything that's dealing with the mundane earth and doing things, interacting with the world. You actually have, it comes to you at ease. Like you don't stress over things. It's like everything is smooth sailing. Your days feel more with happiness and not a bunch of sadness and grief and all that downtrodden negative energy that goes on. Now, I want to take a look at some beliefs, at some benefits of self-realization, so you can understand the importance of self-realization as well as the importance of enlightenment. Now, if you're just tuning in, you're listening live and viewing live the Global Agenda Show, and I'm your host, Kevin Hezekiah. And I think maybe I need to take a small break. Should I take a small break right now? I think I will take a small break right now. And when we come back from the small break, I will start wrapping things up with this topic. But what we will touch on is understanding the importance of self-realization as well as the importance of enlightenment. So the Global Agenda Show will be right back after this short break.
The Global Agenda Show is a great platform for your business, religion, organization, or event to be advertised. The Global Agenda Show will help develop your company's brand to make it a household name. This method of reaching consumers is more affordable than any traditional advertising method. Whether you are a dedicated listener or a business looking for a great way to advertise your company, your organization, or event, the Global Agenda Show is the way to go. For more information on how to become a sponsor, contact the Global Agenda Show at 804-464-7254 or email info@theglobalagendashow.com.
Yeah, we talking about love, peace, and harmony in the community. Globally, that's what it's about now. Yeah, that's what it's all about now. It's time that we spread our love, do right, no matter black or white. That's what it's all about now.
All right, and welcome back to the Global Agenda Show. And I'm your host, Kevin Hezekiah. And our topic of discussion is identity inspiration. Who am I? A Dr. Suess for real life challenges. Now, our topic began with me discussing how you don't know and don't understand who you are, and you ask yourself that question, and how in reality we're hidden beneath a veil of ignorance when you don't understand your true self, when you don't know your identity. You're hidden under a veil of ignorance. And then we touch bases on what is the self-realization, and understanding that you receive, once you know you have self-realization, once you get your true identity, you receive the grace of God. You understand the soul and the body are separate, and your dormant karma is destroyed in the knowledge of fire. Now, I said once we come back, I wanted to touch on the importance of self-realization, as well as the importance of enlightenment, and understanding that there are some benefits when it comes to understanding self-realization. Now, the first benefit is that you experience endless bliss within you. Like, you will not experience no suffering. The bliss that you do experience after self-realization is the bliss of a state that is free of disturbance. Now, what number one is actually talking about is that once you understand yourself and you know your true identity, you will experience endless bliss within you. You will always feel loved by yourself, within yourself, and just your whole energy, your whole aura, your whole just spirit is just at ease with everything that goes on in life, because you are comfortable with who you are, and you won't experience any suffering. And the bliss allows you to feel free. Like, you feel free. Nothing can deter you, nothing can disturb you, because even if something like that comes, you understand it's just a hurdle, it's just a roadblock, it's just a mountain, and you just have to put on your hiking shoes or your track shoes, because you're gonna have to jump that hurdle, or you're gonna have to hike over that mountain. So that's what one is talking about. Now, there's also another benefit. You can solve all the day-to-day problems with equilibrium. Like, you will be able, with knowing yourself and knowing your true identity, you're able to go day to day and handle all problems. Like, just like I said in one, you'll be able to not have anything disturb you, and your life and your days will just be so easy. You'll know how to overcome them. You'll understand that that is just a roadblock, and hey, I just got to drive around it. And another benefit is you will not be affected by any worries or misery. So once you know your true self-realization, your true identity, you will not be affected by worries and miseries. And I tell people that all the time, because people are like, well, you act like you just don't care. I don't worry. And I've always said that, even when I was like a teenager, because people used to say, why you look so young and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't allow nothing to stress me out. And I've said that for years. Like I said, I can recall, I know at the age of 15 saying that. And I've said that all the way up to now, that I don't let things bother me. I don't let things stress me out, because if you do, you're not going to be able to perform day-to-day problems. You're not going to be able to experience that bliss. Now, for neither the intent to hurt nor the lingering of annoyance will be present in that anger after self-realization. So what it's saying that you will not feel hurt. Nothing will be able to hurt you. And the lingering of ignorance, as far as being annoyed by whatever is going on, will be present after you realize self-realization. So you will be able to say, okay, this is bothering me. I can't deal with this. But instead of you jumping off the bridge or how y'all say it, going postal, you understand that, hey, let me remove myself from this because you're not making sense. The situation isn't making sense. I tried to help. I tried to give my input on it, but seems like it's not helping. So therefore, I have to remove myself. You're not going to let anything annoy you. And see, and if you think about this, so far, everything is like a puzzle. So far, 1 through 4. So, and it all correlates with each other. So let's keep it going. Now, there's another one. Fearlessness and independence arise in those who have attained the knowledge of identifying their true self. So what it is that you're not scared of anything. There's no such thing as fear in you, which is true, because I'm not scared of nothing. I'm not scared of anything. It is what it is. It's a part of life. And don't be scared, because when you have fear, then yeah, you are going to create that mentality of I'm scared and probably would be timid and wouldn't be able to speak or take up for yourself because you done brought fearlessness in. And it also says independency arise. You become more independent with yourself. You understand how being alone is okay. It's okay to be by yourself sometimes. It's a good thing. Because you know yourself, you know who you are, you know what you like to do, you know what makes you happy, because you're the only person that can make happiness come to you. Can't nobody make you happy. No one. They can assist you with being happy, but can't no one make you happy. Like when people say, oh, you make me so happy. No, I'm not making you happy. I'm assisting you with being happy, but only you can allow happiness in your life. And the reason why you feel like I'm making you happy is because I'm being nice, I'm providing, I'm showing respect and offering a situation or whatever it is in a loving manner. And that's what makes you feel happy, because you are actually happy because you are in that happy space. But I didn't make you happy. I assist in your happiness. Now, 6 is after self-realization, you become imparter. Like you are not partial to the mind, the body, and speech. And that is why they can see their own mistakes. So once you realize self-realization, you become impartial. Like you are not partial to the mind. Like you're not like, confusing your thoughts, confusing your mind. Your body's language is upbeat, bold, and present, and showing a loving spirit. And your speech is different. How you communicate. That's just like what I said last week. When you talk, you begin to speak power within yourself and power within your conversation with others. You start speaking positive conversation with others and positive conversation with yourself. Now, if you're just tuning in, you're listening and viewing live the Global Agenda Show with me, your host, Kevin Hezekiah. And our topic is I was trying to drink some water here. Our topic is identity inspiration. Who am I? A Dr. Suess for real life challenges. Now, moving on to the importance and the benefits of self-realization is number 7. Now, after attaining self-realization, you obtain right vision through which you see the world as flawless. So what that is saying is that once you realize who your true self are, who you truly are, you start your vision upon how you view the world is flawless. Like the world, nothing affects you in the world. How people say, "Oh my God, this is going on here in the world, and it's gonna it's bad. We got a recession." Let's use that as an example. There's a recession going on. Once you know your true self, and you see how you truly are, and understand yourself and how your life is, because your life is good. You would never see a recession or understand a recession. I've done been down that road because I remember when people like, it's a recession. And I'm like, a recession? I don't see it as a recession. And this was before I actually really started understanding my true self. But somewhere down the line, before I understood my true self, it was something eating at me to get to know. But it takes time. It takes time. You actually have to really sit down with yourself and open up your mind and understand and believe and have faith that things that you think and speak do create your reality, one, and that you are a spiritual being with love and kindness, and you know yourself, you know your identity, you know who you are. Now, the knowledge is exclusive and extraordinary. Just as a church, just say like if you are churning yogurt or churning butter, that and the weight remains separate after it's been churned. And so this is similar to your body and yourself. It's separate. Like I said earlier, you got to understand when you realize your true identity, your true self-realization, you have to know that your soul and your body are separated. They're two different things. And after self-realization, the belief of I am the pure soul will prevail in every circumstance. So that's just like I said, understanding that your soul and your body are separate. When you realize that, you understand that you are a pure soul, and you can get over anything. You will be able to overcome any circumstance that comes your way. And now, another benefit is that if someone hurts you, the feeling of taking revenge doesn't remain after self-realization. Now, you will, I'm going to tell you this, because I've done had it happen to me since I've realized and found myself, that when someone does hurt you, one, you're going to feel that hurt. But at the same time, understanding, oh, nothing can hurt me. So once you feel that hurt, and then you go straight into, man, this ain't nothing. This ain't, that's just them. They tripping because it's who they are. It's how they believe their self and their thoughts, and it's just negative. It's negative energy. It's negative spirit. So that lets you know, hey, I'm not hurt over that. But at the same time, you do feel like you want to get revenge, because I've been there. Like, well, that's all right. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I know how I'm gonna fix them. But with me knowing myself, I say that, but then next thing you know, within a few minutes, it's like, man, I really done moved on from it. I ain't thinking about doing nothing to them. Whatever they said about me is what they said. I don't care, because I know who I am. God knows who I am. And God knows how I treated them, because you didn't do anything wrong to them. They just hurting you. Because when you know your true self, you're not about trying to hurt anyone. You don't want to hurt nobody. But you will have people out here who will constantly hurt you. But hey, that's life that comes with it. But you understand, can't nothing hurt you. Nothing. No one, nothing. You can overcome that pain instantly. Now, when you ask for forgiveness, that begins with self-realization. Once you know yourself, you start asking for forgiveness, especially when you feel like you've done something wrong, or if someone is telling you, that ain't right, you did me a certain way. You start to ask for, well, please forgive me, I apologize. Because I do that a lot when people say, well, what you said just didn't sound right, or what you did just was wrong. And you really, in all honesty, you wasn't trying to hurt them. But with you knowing yourself and knowing that this person is feeling a certain type of way, you say, I'm sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me. So once that enlightened vision is attained, the right vision, the vision of self arises. Because when you have that vision to know, hey, I apologize, I'm sorry, I understand you're hurting, or whatever it is they're going through. Because like I said, some people don't know their true self, so you still have to show them love. And you apologize because I know where they're coming from. I've been down that road before I found out who I really was. So I apologize. And now, also, another benefit is no new karmas will be bound. So pretty much knowing your true self and understanding the process of knowing your true self, you won't have, if any karma comes your way, it will be good karma. Because you're living your life in a life that's peaceful, meaningful, and loving. So you're not, like I said, you're not out to destroy anyone. You're not out to hurt anyone. You're not out to do anything that's going to damage your family or others. You're at peace with yourself. So you're going to constantly experience good karma. You will get good karma. Now, indifference towards worldly pain is the first experience of liberation. So you experience it from the day after you attain self-realization from from someone else who has realized themselves too. So, and the second experience is when the burden of your body of karma breaks away. There's no such thing like bliss, that it is indescribable. So pretty much what it's saying that the worldly pain, it's different. It's not the pain to where you'll be depressed, sad, down and out, and just feeling like, oh my God, I feel like I can kill myself. Because then knowing yourself, you experience liberation. And that comes from understanding yourself and being in like-minded people, and they also are instilling in you the positive energy and the positive knowledge and wisdom will also let you know, hey, I know my true self. And then the second is when the burden of your body of karma breaks away. Once again, there goes the word karma. The burden of your body of karma breaks away. So all that bad karma that you have been experienced falls off. And pretty much what you will receive when it comes to karma will be good karma. And it's saying that, that's a blissful feeling. And it's undescribable because it's undescribable. I can't describe it, but I can tell you that it's a wonderful feeling, though. It really is. I love knowing my true self. I love just being able to love everyone and be nice to all people, regardless of what they've done to me. Yeah, I've done said some things when people have said some hurtful things or done hurtful things to me. But at the same time, that's typical as a human being. You're going to lash out. But when you know your true self, you're able to understand to catch it and constantly just move on with your life because it's not about them, it's about you. And whatever they said about you, it is what it is. It's just all talk because you know who you are. Like I said, you know who you are, and God knows who you are. Now, the last benefit I'm going to bring to you before I close up is that after self-realization, you will experience that you are doing something different with your life than you did before self-realization. Like from this experience, you will be able to judge whether you have achieved the first stage or not. You can know it's because the way you know is because you are a soul, and the soul is the greatest judge in the universe. And as an awakened soul is impartial, whatever judgment is given will be correct. So what it's saying is, once you know your true self, once you understand your self-realization, you will view things differently in your life. Like things that you would one time think, oh, this is messed up, man. That's fucked up what they did, or how they treated me, or I can't believe that this president is going to do this craziness, yada yada. The thing about it is, when you realize your self-realization, thing that would be different. That'll be like, it is what it is, but I know what God has in store for me and has in store for everyone else in this world. Now, then it says you will be able to judge if you achieve the first stage. So then you will have this feeling of understanding, hey, because honestly, you probably really won't think about it anymore. Because some things I don't think about no more once I experience like something going on or whatever, because I tend to check in with myself and whatever that situation is, and I place myself there. And when I place myself there, I go into, how is this affecting me, or am I affecting this situation? And if I am, how am I doing it? So I look and I go into that, and knowing yourself, you'll be like, you'll start thinking differently. You'll know that, hey, this isn't pertaining to me. And if it is, I would get over it. I know how to face it and deal with it and conquer it and get over it. And when it says that you can know this because you are a soul, and your soul is the greatest judge in the universe. And that's what I mean by when you sit and you get with yourself and you go inside yourself. So now you are connected with your spirit, your soul, and you are connecting it with whatever that situation is. And your soul is now telling you, your spirit, that energy is telling you, this isn't going to affect you. Don't let this bother you. You can get over it. It's just a part of life. And that's when your soul is awakened. And that's when you know that, hey, I know my true self, and I know my self-realization. All right, y'all. So I'm getting ready to close it down. Like I said, this has been an amazing show. I'm Kevin Hezekiah, and you're listening in and you're viewing in the Global Agenda Show. And with it coming to the end of the road, I would like to thank the listening audience. I'd like to thank the viewing audience. And our next show, the topic of discussion will be, I was told I had to change some things around. So I think my next topic of discussion for the next show is going to be, bear with me for a minute here. It's going to be real relationships and what is important. So pretty much it's going to give you the three basic types intimate relationships that shapes our personal life, whether it's close friends, romantic partners, and the family. So our next show topic will be real relationships and what is important. Now, once again, I'm Kevin Hezekiah, and you have been tuned into the Global Agenda Show. You can follow us on Facebook, the Global Agenda Show, Instagram, _global_agenda, and Twitter at Global Agenda 007. And I'll leave you with this. I got to leave you with something to make you think. So bear with me. I had something. I have to pull it up in my notes here. Okay. All right. I think I have it. All right. Some days are tough. Some days are tough, but I figured that feeling sorry for myself isn't going to get me where I need to go. So I pick up my passion, strap on my faith, and push forward with determination. There comes a point where we have to get up and save ourselves. Never stay down. So I will repeat it one more time because I want y'all to really take this in. Some days are tough. Now, this is all about knowing yourself. Some days are tough, but I figured that feeling sorry for myself isn't going to get me where I need to go. So I picked up my passion, strapped on my faith, and pushed forward with determination. There comes a point where we have to get up and save ourselves. Never stay down. All right, the Global Agenda Show and all our followers and viewers and listeners, I want to thank you for another great show today. And feel free to go on to iTunes Store and look us up, listen to the show from last week, and listen to the show to this week, because it'll take you a couple of times to listen to this to the shows, because it gives so much helpful information and wisdom and knowledge. So you go back as much as you like and listen to these shows. And if you have any questions, you want to make comments and stuff like that, feel free to hit us up. Email me, info@theglobalAgendaShow.com, and let me know what's going on with you. And if you need me to assist you on understanding some realizations about life, I'll be glad to sit and talk, and we can have a private conversation on the phone or through email or through text, whatever makes you feel good. So peace and love, and I'll see all of you next week at the same time, same place. The Global Agenda Show is out. Peace.
Yeah, we're talking about love, peace, and harmony in the community. Globally, that's what it's about now. Yeah, that's what it's all about now. It's time that we spread our love, do right, no matter black or white. That's what it's all about now. Yeah, it's time to come together now. The global agenda. The global agenda. The global agenda.